Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. Pointers lead the way, palms waving. Saint Bernard the honor guard. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. Bernard named Giscard from Oxnard. On guard in the yard, waiting for Jean-Luc Picard. There's a mastiff named Biff from Cardiff, who gets a whiff of Jiff while sailing in a skiff. And a Shiba Inu named Reba Lou, all the way from Fontainebleau, who loves to play peekaboo with commands in Hebrew. And there's a wire-haired fox terrier named Jocks from Fort Knox, who likes locks and stealing socks and Reeboks and licking walks on the equinox. And there's a corgi named Augie from Killarney, of royal pedigree, who's always hungry for some brie and macaroni and a sip of a daiquiri. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. There's a con from Bern named Ern, who likes cranberries while on the ferry in Turkmenistan listening to the Koran. And there's a cocker named Soccer from Caracas, behind the raucous, who loves lactus, with a friend that's a Shih Tzu named Lou from Kathmandu by way of Kalamazoo, who roots for Purdue and likes Chopin's Fantasy Impromptu. And there's a lassie from Kinshasa by way of Mombasa, whose person went to Vasa and likes to read her Chaucer. There's a yellow lab from the Punjab named Babs, who is so fab, and knows a Habernese from the Pyrenees named Maguise, who chases bees. And there's a Dane named Elaine from Bahrain, who likes the rain riding in a train. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. There's a beagle named Seagull, who was written up in Der Spiegel, owned by a paralegal. And a husky named McCluskey from Sandusky used to be a Rusky, and enjoys a sip of brewski and takes a treat so brusquely. An adobe named of Toby from the Gobi via Kobe and Nairobi, who's into brie with a crisis of identity. Toby or not Toby. And a Yorkie named of Gorky, who is very talky and a bit dorky, hailing from Milwaukee. And a bulldog, old English named Montauk, who likes gefilte fish, and is friends with an Irish setter named Yetta, a jet setter who likes getter and cheddar and likes you to pet her. And there's a child from Okinawa who's fond of challah from a bakery in Walla Walla. I was once in Kampala. And a collie from Bengali named Molly, who is very jolly and full of folly. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. There's a dingo from Santo Domingo named Ringo, who learns lingo. And a Malamute, a big galoot named Knut from Beirut, who likes to loot while eating fruit. And a Saluki named Albany, named Mookie, who is very kooky, finds TV spooky, but enjoys kabuki. And a Leonberger named Phoebe, a Pittsburgher who likes to merger with raw hamburger on the Virgo. And pug, 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 the pug nation from bug, plugged into formation behind a rugged juggler to a grand ovation. And a basset named Babette from Lake Placid, and then Hassett, wearing a diamond collar with lots of facets, and an owner with lots of assets. And yowza, 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 there's a schnauzer named Hauser, who browses other houses and likes to smell trousers. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. And there's a Bernese named Louise from Belize, who likes to watch the breeze ruffle the trees and twitch the leaves, and dreams of sweet teas. And Rhoda the Rhodesian, a Parisian, whose wolf is Cartesian, and ancestors are Peloponnesian, who drinks only artesian. And there's Menchie the Frenchie, dressed in Givenchy, from Chechny, has a penchant to be a sentry at the entry of the gentry. And there's a rhymer from Asia Minor, named Tyra, who sits in a diner on a designer recliner, which is finer than being stuck on an ocean liner. And Ponce the Pointer from Benoit, anointed with ointment during the owner's brief appointment with a pontiff who was double jointed. And then there's Sassy, a saucy Boston from Austin, who crosses from Austin to Boston and Boston to Austin, which is exhausting, and who likes frosting with sprinkles tossed in. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. And there's Celeste Luesti, very zesty from Floesti, who gets testy when the pesky equestrians contestants gallop lest she gets unrested. And there's a Papillon from Cologne named Gaston, behind trombones, likes to be alone with a bone and a scone and a calzone. There's a Catahoula named Beulah from Afula and Missoula, who likes tempura and a lemon cooler with a pasta fazoula. And a Basenji from Firenze named Vincenzi, binging on Benji's genuine orange ginseng, brought by the Ferengi. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. And there's a chow from Krakow named Mao, who's on the prowl for an owl and wants to be the main chow, the chow mein, on the terrain. An Afghan named Dan from Cannes was born in a caravan who has Grady Land walking behind the piano man and the kazoo band, and busy with a cat scan. And a Shih Tzu from Honolulu named Lulu, who also has a tutu and sleeps under a moo-moo of a guru. And there's a Skipper Key named Kimberly, who barged in from Gallipoli and has no grazie for the paparazzi when they stepped in her Parashki. And a Newfie named Tiffany, who's goofy, adopted by a Sufi from Battersea, who has a history of Galumphry. And a Bijan named Dijon, who gets a Frisson riding the Autobahn and a Citroën to his Maison. Pooches on parade, pooches on parade, pooches on parade. There's a boy Zoe from St. Croix, name of Troy. His favorite toy is a sailor boy, name of Soy. Ahoy. And there's Ruffle, a rough, tough, chuffy foxhound from Buffalo, who had a kerfuffle over truffle led to a scuffle with Noodle, the fluffy poodle, who likes a caboodle of strudel. This is Spitz named Fritz from Bar-Ritz, who likes shark and grits and halavai at his bar mitzvah, and likes putting on the Ritz. And a whippet from Tripoli and the Keys named Euripides, who likes whipped peas and hippies and snippets of frippery. And a Chesapeake named Malik from Massapequa, playing hide and seek in Mesquite with a sheik every week. Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade. And there's a Poolie from Grand Coulee named Julie, who likes Caruli and gets Julie and unruly and unspooly around the Roma of Ratatouille. And a boxer from the Boondocks in Larkspur named Rockstar, dressed as a Bobby Soxer, who frocks her. An Alquita named Rita from Alpetus, who was once a fetus and the subject of a treatise, who chewed to pieces many of Dieter's Bhagavad Gitas, and then drank a liter of something sweeter. There's a doxy named Roxy full of moxie from Biloxi, who got stuck in epoxy when her figure was boxy, and she needed a proxy. A Bouvier named Ellie Mae from Half Moon Bay drinks only Perrier while lounging in the foyer. And there's Vishla named Lucretia from Tunisia, who found a niche with a geisha in Kalish. Capiche? And Lottie the Scotty and Dottie the Roddy, who traveled from Cincinnati in a Maserati, listening to Scarlatti, sometimes Pavarotti. And there's a mini pin from Lisbon who likes to binge on singed orange skin in the din of a whirlwind. And Muriel, a water spaniel from Portugal, behind cymbals listening to the recorder, or the daughter of a soldier of fortune who wrote an annual manual, on the companionable spaniels. An American Eskimo from Malmo, named Monroe, who likes cookie dough and his nose in the snow and wobbly jello, and watching slow-mo, and visiting Kokomo, and listening to Yo-Yo on the cello play Shlomo. Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade. This is Sharpay from Uruguay named Desiree, who sachets through the maze of braiding pets, and the array of castanets and coronets and trumpets, and clarinets and drum majorettes with epaulets, to gaze at Jack Russells in a tussle with a bulldog full of muscle. Yeah, the intrepid shepherds peppered with cheers, oodles of poodles and schnoodles and labradoodles and golden doodles, renowned hounds perambulating to the percussive sounds of cringing tambourines, blood and gray and elk and keys, pleased to be squeezed in, their nose to the breeze. Yes, terriers shake the derriers, and mutts wag their butts. Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade, Pooches on parade.